Now, more than 40,000 people have died of COVID-19 in the United Kingdom, and a disproportionate number of those deaths were from people from black and minority ethnic backgrounds. In a time when we're socially distancing, do you think it's right that so many people took to the streets in crowds, gathering in large groups yesterday?
I think, first of all, we need to dispel some idea that the UK has been in a bubble and all of a sudden these group of people who are demonstrating have come out of that in a way that is not representative of the country at large. I've got to tell you, from my own casework here in Oldham, there are thousands of people in Oldham, there'll be hundreds of thousands of people around the country who have been going to work where social distancing hasn't been maintained because
it's quite a specific question, though.
Food on the table,
it is quite
themselves and their families.
I'm sorry
safe.
to come in
So
because I feel like you're answering a slightly different question. Do you think it is right that at a time when hundreds of people are still being announced as dying from coronavirus every day, do you think it's right that people took to the streets in the way they did, specifically on that?
No, I'm very clear that we are really fearful that we're going to get a second spike in the virus. We are not out of the woods at all. Hundreds of people are still dying every day in this country, and we all need to play our part individually and collectively to make sure that we don't risk that. My point was more that there are people who are forced to break social distancing every day through going through work and carrying out their everyday lives. I can just say, in terms of equity, MPs were in Parliament lining up, often breaking social distancing because of the pinch point in terms of upholding our democratic responsibility. We also need to understand that peaceful assembly is also a very important part of our democratic process as well. And so, of course, we don't want anybody to break social distancing. We want to make sure that we control the virus, but we also need to put it into perspective as well.